Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, you're all ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, don't hold the door. Fucking dumbass. Yeah, trying to fucking leave and you won't fucking let go of the damn door. Fucking pervert. Acts like a pedophile, too. Okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, don't fucking look. Don't fucking look. Fuck. Ah, there we go. Fucking. Okay. Don't look. Damn. Fucking creepy. He just looks at you. Stares at you. Fucking creep.
Anyway, we'll get to all this. Your calls also coming up, 800-941-SEAN. Look, months now have passed since Israel was attacked, the worst terror attack in their history. They're now in a fight for their very survival. I mean, things in the north against Hezbollah out of Lebanon is, ratcheted up over 100 rockets in a day yesterday. Anyway, it's a tough situation. They're fighting for their survival, and here's the problem. You have literally hundreds of thousands of Israelis. They can't return to their homes. They're being evacuated from the south and the north. And thankfully, there are groups like the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, which we're so proud to partner with. They're in the middle of this every day, and they are helping out people in dire need, distributing critical essentials, food, medicine, emergency supplies. There are hundreds of thousands of suffering Israelis right now, and that's why your donation is frankly urgently needed. Whatever you can donate, there's two ways you can do it. You can dial pound 250, say the keyword support IFCJ, pound 250, support IFCJ, or their website, same name, supportifcj.org, supportifcj.org. Do it today, and a generous donor will match your donation, and that'll have double the impact and twice the support. That's supportifcj.org. All right, back to the hearings today. I mean, we'll show a lot of this. It's great on radio, but it's better on video. Especially whenever Liberal Joe melts down, and he melted down this morning about Robert Hur, and he's just saying some random Adam shit to denigrate, he actually said the word, to denigrate Biden as a kindly old man. Well, that's even in dispute. He seems cranky and angry. At least he did at the State of the Union. Listen.
I wonder what pastor he will walk off into.
I don't know.
Just kind of wander off and say, with Joe Biden, I noticed he didn't really tie his tie well. The tie knot suggested that maybe he has arthritis in his left thumb.
Where are you going with this?
I'm just saying this guy says such random shit about he's a kindly old man who could not remember his son's birthday. Like, he wandered off into a pasture here and, maybe Arnold was wedding there. I don't know. No, you should apologize for her because I don't know exactly. Like, does he hope he gets a judgeship? I think he does. I think he hopes he gets a judgeship. If Donald Trump gets elected again, he's trying out because he's humiliated himself with that display.
Unbelievable. All right, then we got this Congressman Hank Johnson. Hank Johnson, I don't know, he's been quiet over the last couple of years. We used to play Hank Johnson a lot more. He actually accused Robert Hur of trying to get Trump reelected because he thought he'd get a judgeship or a professional favor. I mean, I'm not making this up.
Are you a member of the Federalist Society?
I am not a member of the Federalist Society.
But you are a Republican, though, aren't you?
I am a registered Republican.
Yes, sir. And you're doing everything you can do to get President Trump reelected so that you can get appointed as a federal judge or perhaps to another position in the Department of Justice. Isn't that correct?
Congressman, I have no such aspirations, I can assure you, and I can tell you that partisan politics had no place whatsoever in my work.
Yeah, that's the modern day left for you today. Anyway, let's get to our phones. Many of you have been very, very patient. Alan is in the great state of Ohio, the Buckeye State. What's going on, Alan? How are you? Glad you called.
Yes, Sean, been listening to you since Mayflower, maybe even the flood. I don't know. But we know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, long time.
Thank you.
No, you're just older than Linda. Okay? But help us out. Many people are saying this. We're just not having time, and you're too pushed to get us on the radio. But here we are. We need your assistance, your advice, your help. We know what you're going to say on the surface, but there's got to be a deeper answer. We believe the enemy is being positioned as we speak. As you speak every day. The border, illegal immigrants, okay? The illegal immigrants are made voters. Newt Gingrich talked about it Friday a little bit. He kind of hit on it. You said, help me if I don't understand. We think you do understand, okay? Because
I have a hard time getting to the point. Now, do I think ultimately Democrats would be more than willing, as they have pushed amnesty in the past? Do I think that they would use that, something of great worth and value in the hopes, well, if we give you this, I hope you remember us at election time. Okay, it's a long stretch from being able to say that people, the nearly 10 million unvetted Joe Biden illegals are going to be voting in this election. Now, do we have to be on guard? Yeah, I don't think we have. We don't have anywhere near the integrity measures that we could have if we were committed to it. And I've described what that would be. And that would be, less mail-in balloting. You have one day, election day, it's a national holiday, and people show up at the polls, they present their ID, and they give signature verification. Any mail-in ballots from the elderly, infirmed, or the military, they would be, we'd monitor them from the moment they arrived at any polling place. They'd be on camera. Then, of course, updated voter rolls, and then the very key component is partisan observers observing the vote count. That's the system we want. That's the system with the most integrity that would result in the most confidence in the final tally. That's not the system we have. There's nothing I can do to change that. There's nothing you can do to change it. We can't wish it away. So we got to deal with the system we have. And I know people, I have been saying this now going back to 2021, right? In the beginning of 2021, Republicans better get their atom shift together. And they better embrace early voting and voting by mail. It's not perfect, although Florida does a great job at it. Legal ballot harvesting, the Democrats are crushing Republicans. You need trained partisan voters in every precinct all day watching the voting and all night watching the vote counting. And some efforts to ensure mailed-in ballots cannot be accessed. I prefer cameras on them from the moment they arrive in every state. You can watch it 24 hours a day if you want. Now, with that said, the RNC has now gone through a massive shakeup. There was mass firings yesterday. I have confirmed with Laura Trump, and we'll have her on regularly, that she agrees with me on these issues, and she'll give us more details of what they plan to implement and how quickly they think they can get it done. Again, not the system I love, but if you can't start out election day down hundreds of thousands of votes and just hope that the weather's good on election day and you're going to make them up that day. You can't let the Democrats go into nursing homes if there's legal ballot harvesting and have everybody fill out their ballot and have some stranger walk away with them and then drop them all for them. And Republicans not match those efforts. They need to match them and surpass them. Legal ballot harvesting. In terms of training people to be trained observers in every precinct, it's going to take a lot of organizing. All of these things are a heavy lift. All would contribute to more integrity and more confidence in the results. But I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm kind of angry at some people, not going to mention names, for not getting this job done. Now we have an opportunity to hit the reset button and get it done. That's the best I can offer. Now, if Democrats, or if there are people in this country illegally that try to vote, I don't know. I don't know what I can say about that. I mean, I would hope and think that that doesn't happen, but I by nature don't trust people. However, I think Republicans have to do everything in their power to make sure that if they're in every precinct in the country and they're trained, that hopefully that'll be a deterrent. That's what I would hope, and I'd hope that Democrats who feel that they have to cheat to win. That would be cheating if they did that. Now, I don't see widespread use of that, but I think the end goal would be, well, if we give you citizenship, you're going to love us, right? Yeah, I think they could do that. You can buy citizenship in countries. Did you know that? You can buy a passport for another country. A lot of people don't know that. Did you know that?
John, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
The electoral college is where they're going to get you. DeSantis, Abbott, Christian all were sending the illegals to the blue state. No, that's pushing the electoral college way above. Why did Hillary not? She won the popular vote in 2016, but Trump won the election. Now it's going to be reversed because now the consensus is using the illegals as the consensus. That's exactly what they're doing.
Listen, I don't have any evidence that that is true, and I just got to stick with what I know. If there's any case I hear about, I promise you I will bring it to the air. I've not heard of any efforts by anybody, any group, to do that. Is it something, if people didn't respect our borders and our laws and our sovereignty and came in illegally, yes, illegally, it does raise, questions. How far in their law breaking are they willing to go? I don't know. I hope not. I hope for the sake of our country we have a free and fair election. I believe if we do, that is based on substance. I believe Republicans have a very good shot of winning. But I remind everybody that for Republicans to win, they got to run the table, man. They got to run the table.
Biden's ignoring the Constitution.
You laugh, well, he's doing that on the border. Yeah, I mean, if it was Trump, he would have been impeached by now. But I can tell you, running the table means your state of Ohio. That means Florida. I'm not worried too much about them. That means Georgia now has become more difficult. Got to win Georgia. Got to win North Carolina. You got to win Pennsylvania. Look to win Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, Nevada. I don't know. And maybe even try to compete in a couple of blue states. I'd look at the state of New Jersey. You might be shocked if he says that. I'd look there. I'd look at New Hampshire. Those are states I look at. Anyway, my friend, I hear you, but if I hear of any evidence, I will bring it to you. I've not heard of it. David in California. David, how are you?
Hey, Sean, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Okay, thanks for having me. So I've been listening for a while because you were talking about her and you had Pam on and Brett and whatnot. So real quick on her, I listened to a little bit of the testimony this morning and some of the statements. Kind of funny. I have another take on this. Her keeps relying on this memory loss, nice old man, means well. I don't believe any jury would convict him. Why didn't he just take the case to trial then? And if he's right, Biden is exonerated, it's over. Instead, what did he do? He comes up with a flimsy excuse to not take it to trial and says, well, I don't believe the jury would convict him. So from now on, all we have is speculation as to whether or not he would have been convicted or not, right? He should have let it go to trial, and if he's right, and the jury won't convict him, that's it, it's over. Biden's exonerated. I think, really, what happened was behind the scenes. Her knew if he took it to trial, 99% sure he'd get convicted. Can't do it. So
her said that Biden willfully retained classified materials and then gave us a James Comey circa July 2016, but no reasonable prosecutor would prosecute, and then he'd come across as a nice old man with a bad memory and no jury would convict him. Really? But they'll go after the other guy that his memory is sharp as a tack, and they'll say about President Trump anything that they want, but they're going to bring him to trial. That's not equal justice. That's not equal application. It really should scare every American citizen of what's happening to this country. We're losing our country right before our eyes. Anyway, 800-941-SEAN if you want to be a part of the program. As we now say hi to Amy's in the great state of Georgia. Their vote going on today. How are you?
Great, Sean. Thank you for taking my call. I went and voted this morning and got to the polls early, and everything was very secure. They checked my ID. I'm confident my ballot was counted correctly, and I think the process is going to go smoothly. And so I got my vote in. It was early voting, but I did miss it on Friday. But I got my vote in today, and the process was smooth. And let me tell you, the death of Lincoln Riley, I think, has influenced the voters here. Just the staggering difference between President Biden and former President Trump. Former President Trump, you can tell he truly cares about the people and truly cares about Lincoln Riley. And whereas President Biden could care less. And
I care for this family deeply. My heart aches for them. I know something, unfortunately, that I will tell you. I don't see how they ever will be the same again. I mean, it's got to be ripping a part of their soul out. It's so heartbreaking. It really is. I pray for them. I pray for Lincoln. And, this president, what he did by apologizing for using the word illegal, but not apologizing for this family is beyond any comprehension I have. He's that out of touch. I'm just out of time. We love our friends in Georgia. We'll be watching the results on Hannity tonight. We'll update you on all the her issues and testimony from today. I want to remind you that you can save money and not sacrifice service at all. and join the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of us that have made the switch simple, fast, and easy to Pure Talk, my cell phone company, a veteran-owned company. And if you do it now, not only are you going to save, the average family saves about $1,000